Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Easter weekend during COVID-19, so we need to say a prayer for everybody and continue to ask Jehovah to heal our land and to comfort our hearts, because we're having a lot of death in 2020, not just due to COVID-19, but freak accidents and sickness, the spirit of infirmity. It's a beast. Alright, so let's just ask God right now. Lord, we want to say thank you for your love, your grace, and your mercy. Thank you for the healing that you are providing us, and thank you for allowing us another opportunity to start over, start a fresh new day with a renewed mind and a renewed spirit, and to love on one another and to cease living in the spirit of division. So Lord, we thank you and we praise you. Amen. Alright, so for some happy stuff, let's get to cooking. Alright, so yesterday, so which you're getting ready to see the recording. Yesterday we marinated our chicken, so we cleaned our chicken and we seasoned it up, right? So we're gonna show that clip. And then we're gonna start do our prep work and get this chicken into the oven because we're gonna have bacon. Alright, let's clean up this chicken. Clean all the fat off of it. So I let it soak over, the chicken soak overnight with salt and lime water. So I'm gonna just trim off some of the fat and some of this loose skin, so I'm going to trim that off as well. This is baked chicken that we're doing, not fried, so you don't need all that skin. Okay, so we're going to keep it nice like that. We're going to leave just on a little bit of the fat, and the reason I'm leaving on some of the fat is because it will render off into the pan and keep our chicken nice and moist. Okay. And so that's what we want. If we were frying this, I would leave that little excess skin on there, but we're baking it, and ew is what I say. You don't want that. At least I don't like that part like that. So this is easy to trim when you have scissors, kitchen shears. You can use a knife. I'll use a knife to show you, but these just make it a whole lot simpler. Alright, so you have a knife. You're going to want to use a cutting board. So you're going to lay the chicken out onto your cutting board, and you see the skin there, and then you're just going to cut. And please make sure your knife is sharp, unlike this one. It's not sharp at all. Sharpen it up. Okay. And then just cut. See? So you want to slice that skin right off. You don't need that. And as far as the fat that's here, you're going to want to shave it off. So I just kind of shave at it like that. Just shave it. Shave that excess fat right on out of there. And that's how you do it, using a knife. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to my shears, and then I'm going to speed up this process, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna season it, and we'll go over the seasonings that we're going to use. Okay. Alright, we're at the end of our cleaning session. Getting that off of there. There you go. Nice, beautiful, clean chicken. Alright. Don't need that, but we do need to clean this bowl out. Alright, I'm gonna toss all of this. Now bowl out. All that chicken on there. And this is cold water, of course. You always want to handle meat, raw meat like this with cold water, not hot. Hot water cooks it, and nah, you don't want that. Alright. So get as much water out of there as you can. A little bit of water in the bottom is not going to hurt anything. Just a little tiny bit. It's not going to hurt anything, okay? So it's going to allow for our seasoning to stick to our raw chicken, which is what we want. Alright, let's set up for our seasoning. Alright, so the seasoning that we're going to use some garlic, granulated garlic powder. Granulated garlic, so get that in there. And don't be scared to put some seasoning in there. I would say about 2 tablespoons. Okay, this is about, we didn't even count how many thighs this is, but I would say about 12, 13, I don't know, maybe a little more. Alright, so we're going to use some granulated onion powder, right? So I'm get that in there. And then we're going to use some ground cumin. I like ground cumin. Makes the flavor pop, pop, pop. Right. Some of that in there. And then some Tony Chachere's. Okay? About a tablespoon and a half. Okay. Alright, now that we got all our seasoning in there, we're gonna go ahead and get this a nice little mix up. Let's see, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 chicken thighs. I'm choking Kim down, y'all. I'm sorry. Too much seasoning, get in. Sorry. Alright, and so now that they're all nice and mixed up, we're going to go ahead and just cover them and stick them in the fridge. And let them marinate for a little while before we put them into the oven to cook. So our seasoning has a chance to get to the bone. And also I did soak the chicken thighs in salt. So let's cover these up with just a little bit of plastic and toss them into the fridge until we're ready to cook them. Alright. Alright. Alright, so we got our Sorry, y'all. I'm bumping stuff. Told y'all my butt done got big. Alright. So we got seasoned chicken breast. So we're gonna put them on here. Try to arrange them to where you can get all of them on at the same time. And when it's time to crisp up the skin, crisp up quite nice. So you can bunch them a little bit like that. Yep, we're gonna be able to get all of them on here. And don't forget to stretch the skin back over it. Alright. So we have 11, that's all? Alright. And we don't need no juice. Because that is seasoned honey. Alright, we got that in there. Just like that. I'm going to take some organic no salt seasoning. So this is from Costco. So give it a nice little sprinkle. And I'm using no salt because I don't like all this sodium. And then we had already used the Tony's. Alright. And they had salt. Enough salt in it. So kind of make like a little tint. Down, up, kind of crease it just a little bit. So it's gonna steam on the inside, so that'll help cook it a little faster, bake it faster. I have the oven already preheated on 350, and then we're gonna just pop this into the oven. Into the oven on the top rack it goes. So I'm gonna get that a close. Alright, for the next portion of our meal, I'm going to take some old rusty, dusty, busted looking frozen yam patties. And honestly, for this amount of sugar, you really should use a whole pack. This is half a pack. I only have 8 patties in here, so I'm going to use all 8. But you should use the entire pack for the amount of sugar that we're going to put in here. So I'm kind of going to halfen it. Normally you would use a cup of, half a cup, I'm sorry, a full half a cup of granulated cane sugar, which is just regular, what we call white sugar. And then a 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar and a full stick of butter. But for what we have, we're going to use a half a stick of butter. And I'm going to melt it enough to add the sugar, okay? And so what I'm using is a cast iron, a Dutch oven. That's what we're calling a Dutch oven. And we're going to assemble this together on top of the stove, and then we're going to pop it into the oven, because we want the sugar to caramelize around the patty. So it's not that healthy because of the sugar. But if you were to actually just do the patties with just a little tad bit of butter, and I do mean just a tad bit of butter, way less butter than what I have going on here. Way less butter, and the other spices that we're going to add, then yeah, you'll be good to go. Alright, so we have that. So now let's go ahead. And this is half a cup of sugar, but we're not going to put half a cup. We're going to do a 1/4 a cup of sugar, right? Granulated sugar. And this is actually a half a cup of brown, and we're just going to use a 1/4. Okay. So just general rule, half cup, which will make 1 full cup of sugar, right? Alright, so now you see that. Alright, let's go ahead and put in some vanilla. I'm using pure vanilla extract. You can use imitation if you have. Whatever's in your cabinet. This is 1/3 teaspoon. Okay. You're gonna put in, I would say 1/3 teaspoon of nutmeg or less, and the same for cinnamon. Okay, actually a little less for cinnamon. They both gonna be very strong, so. Oh my god, it smells so good. I wish you could smell it. Oh, it smells beautiful. And keep stirring. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, so this is, I'm using pink salt, but you can use whatever salt you have. Just a little bit of salt. Take a pinch of salt. The sweet and savory. The sweet and salty. I'm saying salty. Salty. Keep stirring, keep stirring. Alright. So we just want to kind of melt down the sugar just a little bit, right? So you can turn the heat off. You no longer need it. Go ahead and add the patties. Put them in there. And you do want them to where all of them can hit the bottom of the pan. There we go. You smell that, Kendall? It smells good. Yeah. Sweet. Smell like sweet potato pie. Alright. Now we're going to take some pecans. If you're allergic to pecans, just don't use pecans. If you have nut allergies, or if you're feeding it to someone with nut allergies, put theirs to the side. Because trust me, you're going to want to add these pecans to that candied sensation in the bottom of the skillet. Let's crush them up. There you go. Now we're going to go ahead and cover this, and it's going to go into the oven as well. Alright, y'all, we back. Let's check and see what. Oh, I wish y'all could smell this. There, it's oh my god. Alright, they ready to come out of there. So we gonna take them out of there. Ooh, that chicken smell. This fine. Alright, let's see what this chicken looks like. It has a forever year to go. Alright, so let's go ahead and close it on up in there and let it rock and roll. Alright, what you're gonna need to do, if you're using the Dutch oven like I am, remember it's nice and hot. Alright, you want to scoop some of that sugar and butter onto your patties, but you don't want to disrupt the patties, because if you do, then you're going to smear them because they are ready to eat, right? But we just want some of this sugar on top. That's all I'm doing. Alright, so let's get you some pecans and sugar onto the top. You can let it sit for a little bit. Also, put it in candies. Alright, so I'm going to put the lid on this and just let it sit there and do its thing with the lid closed. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, let's get started on the next portion of our meal, which is going to be our dirty rice. So for the dirty rice, you're going to need some sausage. And this is ground sausage that I'm going to use. Hot flavor. Because you gotta have some spice, right? So we want to cook that. There you go. Put that in there. And when it starts to cook up real good, then we'll add in some onion and bell pepper. Our chicken should be getting close to being ready to be uncovered. So you want to break that sausage up real good and let it do its thing. So I have some hamburger patties that I grilled and had in the freezer. So instead of cooking hamburger meat, I'm just gonna crush these up into ground meat. So it's gonna give our dirty rice a smoky flavor. It's gonna be freaking delicious. So we got that. And it crumbles up really well when it's cold. And this is cold, fresh out the fridge. And you can also put it in a blender if you want. But hey, I just grind it up, why not? Alright, we're going to use some frozen rice. This is just a bag of rice I had cooked, leftover rice. Instead of throwing it away, I kept it. So we're going to use that to go into our dirty rice. The sausage smells so good. Alright, I'm going to use a potato masher to mash up this meat. A little bit better than what I have going on with this wooden spoon. Baby, that ain't a rock. Right. There we go. Yeah, potato masher, baby. That's the trick. I'ma like that. Alright, if y'all want to know how to make dirty rice from start to finish, it's in this list of videos here on my YouTube channel, on Bo Ray's YouTube channel. Don't forget to share this, like this, subscribe to it, comment in the comment section. Oh yeah, we getting there. Alright, now that's done, we're going to go ahead and add in some bell pepper and onion. Alright, get that mixed in there really well. I'm going to add in just a little bit of oil. And this oil is, if y'all don't know, just where you pour your bacon grease in and other just old oil. It just got flavor in it. So I'm just putting just a little bit, about a tablespoonful into here. Mix it up real good. I wish y'all could smell this. It smells divine. Some of the bell pepper is in chunks, which I don't like. But it's going to be alright because it's just going to have to cook down. Alright, so I'm going to turn the heat up on this so it can cook just a little bit faster. Our rice, oh yeah, rice is unthawed enough to go into the pot. But before we add the rice, we want to cook down the onion and bell pepper first, okay? Okay, so our chicken is done. So what we're going to do now is pour off the broth. We're going to keep that. We're not going to be wasteful. Oh, now I got to get something to pour it into. Alright. Let's grab another glove. There we go. Pour the broth off of here. What we want. And try not to make a mess like I did. Alright. I'm going to leave it uncovered because we want the top to crisp up. Alright. And let me wipe this up. If you don't wipe it up, I promise you, you'll be seeing little sparks in your oven because there's grease on there, okay? Alright. Alright, back to the top of the stove here. Alright, let's go ahead and put in our hamburger meat, which is our ground smoked hamburger. Get that in there. And crush it too, just like we did with the other ground meat, with the ground sausage. So we want to mix it really well, okay? And remember, it's not much fat in here, so I'm going to pour just a little bit more. And if you don't have old grease like I have, you can actually use olive oil. You're just trying to add some fat back into it, okay? Hamburger meat was tough to go through because it was still cold. But now it done warmed up, so it done loosened up for us. Alright. Alright, turn the heat down, and then we're going to add 1 can of cream of chicken to it. One can of cream of chicken, and then 1 can of cream of mushroom. That's what we're about to add. I'm going to give you just a little bit of height so you can see better into the pot. There you go. Now, Alright. This actually smells delicious. Alright, so this is the cream of chicken. Alright, and I'm going to add in a can of water. I'm going to use the same can. I want to fill it up with water. And that's what I'm going to put in there. It's still some in here, so we're going to get a spatula. Excuse me from reaching across you. And get all of that out of there. No seasoning left behind. That's my motto. No seasoning left behind, darling. And don't forget to wipe off the top of your can lids, okay? I do that all the time. That is just a normal practice for me. Just don't forget to rinse them off, okay? There you go. Alright. Crank the heat back up. Don't need that anymore. Get that a nice little swirl. A little mix. Mix, mix, mix. It smells so good, y'all. I swear, like for real. Alright, so let's go ahead and put in our rice. I might not need this whole bag. This what's gonna happen with it. Back to the freezer. So serious. Seriously, so serious. Alright. I might not need it. I'm trying to see y'all. Because we still got a big chunk that's cold. Alright, I'm going to add a little bit more of this rice. I'm still not convinced that I need all of it. And that's exactly right. Don't need all of it. So I'm gonna turn my heat down so that the rice lumps will melt. And I'm gonna put the rest of this back in the freezer to use at a later date. Woohoo! All right. This is what I call being inventive and using what you got to get to what you want, all the while not compromising the actual recipe too much, and who knows, maybe inventing something new. Smoky dirty rice. Yeah. Alright, so I got my heat down. Let's check on the chicken. Chicken is almost where we need it, so we need to actually crank this back up because we need to get to the mixed vegetables before the chicken completely cooks, right? So get our thing. Alright, we got our wok, of course. So let's turn on some heat on the back side. Scoop that back there. Plop in some butter. That's about 3 tablespoons. And we just got regular old broccoli. What is this? Broccoli Normandy. It is broccoli, florets, cauliflower, orange carrots, and yellow carrots. Okay. So I'm going to add some bell pepper and onion to this. because we like them fresh. We like our veggies fresh, and because of the coronavirus and staying 6 feet away from people, it was people over there and I didn't want to go over there, which made me forget when I was in Sam's. And don't forget to stir your dirty rice to keep it from sticking to the bottom. If you don't, it will stick. So you might want to turn the heat on really low. Yeah, that's what I would do. Yep, that's what I would do if I was you. Alright, so I got that in there. So I'm going to add some purple onion. You can use yellow, whatever color you want. Onion is good for you and it will add a crunch. Just like the bell pepper. That stirred around in there real good. Alright. Stir, stir, stir. Mix veggies in there. And I'm going to use some of this Italian spaghetti seasoning. We're going to put a little bit into our dirty rice. Give it a stir. And just a little bit into our veggies. Okay. Alright, our veggies don't have any salt or pepper in them as of yet, so we're going to add in some collard green seasoning mix. And a little bit of kicking chicken. Kicking to the chicken. You can just use regular salt and pepper too. You have to get all fancy like me. Alright, let's get these veggies moving. Get the heat up. Just like this. And no need in adding any water, because they're frozen. They already got water on them, right? Because they were frozen. Just toss around in the butter. Crank the heat up. You can get them. You can scorch them just a little bit. All right, so I'm getting ready to take the chicken out. Oh, and I didn't mention the rice that I did have in that bag is actually jasmine and parboiled rice. So it's a mix of jasmine rice and parboiled rice. So just in case you were wondering. So I'm going to give this a taste and make sure it is every flavor I need it to be. Literally needs no seasoning. Wow. It's delicious. It's different. I never had it using smoked hamburger like that. Ground meat is really good. A nice little stir. Add the heat on high. You don't want the veggies to be soggy when they froze. And we're gonna cut the heat off and keep stirring them. Smells so good. Wow, there we go. Alright. That is good to go. And so is our dirty rice. I'm gonna give it one more taste. Just to make sure I don't have to add anything. Now one thing. Alright. Let's pull our chicken out the oven. Sorry, y'all. Alright, so you can see it's brown on the top, but it's not as crispy as I want. So let's go ahead and crank the heat up just a little bit and give it a countdown of about 10 to 15 seconds. So we're gonna 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright. There we go. Alright. So, here's our dinner. Baked chicken, dirty rice, mixed vegetables, and yam. So let me fix a plate and I'll be right back. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching Bo Ray's Cajun Cuisine. These are just a few pics of dinner. So prayerfully you guys enjoy your Easter weekend. I love you guys, and my heart go out to each and every one of you that has lost a loved one or has suffered with this spirit of infirmity during this trying time. See you later. Love you.